welcome your 2026 San Francisco 49ers.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll put Loveland in motion. Now the former Buckeye, it's Travion Henderson. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play, really.
Man in motion is Brown. On third down, Jackson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And now it's fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Jalen Carter getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Tight end going in motion here. Now Penix on third and long. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Niners offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Henderson. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Jalen Walker there to make the play.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. He's got his man. That's Olave. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. A run, and this is Henderson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll try to run for it. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
Henderson is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On play action, Penix. He'll step up and run this. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Quick slant into the hands of Mooney. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Falcons.
They'll come up here. 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Open man down the field, Mooney. And he'll be taken down. It is a big play there for the Falcons. A gain of 48.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and goal, Atlanta.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Algier will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Falcons will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Niners offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run. It's Henderson. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone. David Montgomery. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
2nd down. Jackson. He'll get this out to Henderson. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, 49ers.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
That complete to Henderson. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Jackson looking to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Good blocking, and he's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, 49ers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to... The quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Folks, extra point is good. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Falcons 7.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Carter on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense sets to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Now he'll run. They'll have the 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run with Algier. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
1st time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He'll run. It's Ty Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Penix now off the bootleg. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Throwing is Penix. Taking up, and he'll get into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Gonzalez now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Falcons will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece. The score as this one's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Begin it on the ground with Henderson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He was brought down by Troy Anderson. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 9. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Jalen Walker there to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Henderson. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but Give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This one from 52 yards away. Folk's kick is good. And the 49ers move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. And the lefty panics on 1st down. He takes off. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Penix. Gonna mark him down just shy of the 40. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Atlanta.
1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Falcons.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun, and this is Algier. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Here's Penix. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and 7. To throw is Penix. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. The Niners use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch signal, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Niners offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. Got it into the hands of Olave. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Second and a yard. Handoff, and it's Henderson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Jackson now. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Yeah, it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. On first down, they'll start out without here. And he'll get about 4 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's the left side, pulled in by Higbee. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A gain of 4. And this is third down.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on third and short.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. 49ers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Precious on the blow.
On play action, here's Jackson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Henderson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, 49ers.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Roof O'Rourke there on the tackle.
Brings him 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Jackson. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's taken in. It's James Cook. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To James Cook. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. modest gain.
On the give, it's Henderson. Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, San Francisco. That his second touchdown tonight. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Folks' extra point is good. And the 49ers go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Algier, and he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, here is Penix. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Jalen Carter in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Niners offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Olave is the motion man. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
on third down. Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 20 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Niners first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They'll run. It's Henderson. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Toss. Henderson heading right. Finding room to the 20. And he will score again. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, San Francisco. His big night continues. His third touchdown of the game. And make it a hat trick. That is his third rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Folk now for the extra point. He's got it, and the 49ers will extend this third quarter lead.
Niners 31, Falcons 14.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. Give up the middle to Algier. And they snuck him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Penix. Moving to his left. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
The defense decides to come with a blitz here on 3rd down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. But give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the first down.
They'll throw on first down. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Jalen Carter getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and They bring him down for a sack.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. They'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The 49ers offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson. Left side into the hands of Olave. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still little work to do now on 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. Back into the hands of the fullback. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. A run up the gut with Montgomery.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Jackson. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, 49ers.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 47-yard line.
Again, it's Henderson, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Now, Jackson. going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The 49ers out for the punt. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Look wide, get this one complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. He's across midfield. Bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It is a big play there for the Falcons. That goes for 58.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. They'll throw. It's Penix. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
They've come this far. You get the feeling they want more than 3. So here they will go for it on 4th and goal. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
It's a turnover
The 49ers offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. A run, and this is Henderson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing Jackson. Got it into the hands of Olave. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll put Loveland in motion. Once more, it's Henderson. And he will have the 1st down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They'll put Loveland in motion. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the 2nd straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Pitts is the man in motion. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.